Hello, one and all. Welcome to episode 100 of From the Shelf.
Damn.
100 fucking episodes. This is actually crazy.
It is. 60 of them are us.
That's even crazier. But, to celebrate episode 100, this is completely not intentional, by the way. Not intentional whatsoever. But
no, it really isn't. It's actually crazy that it lined up like that.
But because we were doing Marvel March, episode 100 has somehow ended up being Avengers Infinity War, which was also coincidentally the 10th anniversary of the MCU. Parallels, man.
Yeah.
But Avengers Infinity War is once again directed by the Russos because...
They're the kings?
Oh, I can't remember the guy. Josh Whedon? Is that his name?
Joss Whedon, yes.
He didn't want to come back for a third movie. And the Russos were like, we'll do it. And Disney was like, well, you want to do 2 Avengers movies for us? And they were like, yeah. That's basically how it went. They were just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Back to back.
Yeah. So, when I first heard they were doing this, because they got announced to be doing the last 2 Avengers movies before Civil War even came out. So I was like, are they going to be able to do an ensemble movie? Because they've only done Captain America so far.
And
then Civil War came out, and I was like, "Oh, okay, they'll be fine."
Yeah, but the fact that they were able to handle this many characters this effectively is insanity.
Let me say this right off the bat: this movie is huge.
It is.
You know
what blew my mind though? I thought it was longer. It's only like 2 hours and 15 minutes long.
Is this the second longest MCU movie?
No, it's maybe, I don't know.
I know what the longest is.
Yeah, no, but this is... I'm surprised that this movie is not longer, though. I thought it was like 2.5, closer to 3 hours, but it's not.
No, it's 2 hours and 36 minutes, I think.
That you're looking at the Disney Plus time. That's got extra stuff on it. The movie ends at right about the 2 hour and 17 minute mark.
That's crazy. That you would think this movie would be longer because of how huge it is, but we'll get to that. So, this movie starts. Thor is just not having a good time. All right.
No, he is not.
So, remember, Thor has lost recently his father, lost his eye, his sister is dead. He literally, right before this happened, watched his entire world get destroyed. How does that get followed up on the most powerful being in the universe kills half your people and beats the crap out of you? Okay.
Yeah. No, when he breaks down, like when he's talking to Rocket and starts breaking down just how much he's lost, I'm like, and that's why Ragnarok shouldn't have been a comedy.
Yeah. You don't see Thanos fight Thor, but
he's already lost by the time the movie starts.
He's already gotten his ass kicked.
No, right off the bat, the tone is just so dark.
This is the darkest MCU movie at this point.
And Thanos already has the Power Stone. Bad news for Xandar, probably.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you they're dead. They are all dead.
At least half of them.
At least. And the movie immediately wants you to know Thanos is a threat because he beats the Hulk in 20 seconds.
Barehanded. Well, sorry. Without weapons.
He really doesn't even try either.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's barely trying. Super minimal effort and just takes him down.
Like, he lets the Hulk, attack him for a second to give him a false sense of security, and then just beats him to near death in 20 seconds.
And let's remember, Ronan thought he had a chance against this guy.
And now, I know he has the Power Stone at this point, but he doesn't use it.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't need it.
Exactly, and you make a good point. Ronan thought he had a chance, and Thanos is like, you're funny, kid. Sit down. Sit down. I'm gonna beat the shit out of the Hulk.
So,
a guy who punched a giant Chitauri dragon in the head.
Get into the dark stuff, because
right away... God. Dude, fucking Heimdall. The way he just murders Heimdall. Oh my god.
Yeah.
After he used dark magic to get Hulk out of there, rather.
Yeah, somehow Heimdall's death was not spoiled before this came out, but you know who
not
was?
A lot about this movie was spoiled.
No, but somehow, pretty close to the movie coming out, Loki's death was spoiled.
I did not get that spoiler.
It was very, very close. It was heavily rumored, at least, that he dies very early on, and that's exactly what happens.
I had a feeling he was gonna die in this. But just so you guys know, it's not another Loki trick. He is actually dead.
Yes, and despite there being a Loki show after this, his death sticks. This Loki's death sticks,
and it's brutal too. Like, damn. Like you hear the neck snap. You see the blood dripping out of his eyes and his nose, and his skin turns all pale.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I don't think the Infinity Stone would have stopped him if it was an illusion. But the Infinity Stone stopped him. It was. But then Thanos just blows that whole place up. So Loki's body is just gone.
Oh yeah, didn't think about that, but yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, and Tony Stark doesn't even question there are wizards now. He just accepts it.
He really does. I mean, yeah. Oh, the Sherlocks finally meet.
Yeah, they do. Like, my favorite reaction to any of this is when Spider-Man jumps into the fight, and he's like, "What's this guy's problem, Mr. Stark?" "Oh, he's from space. He's here to steal a necklace from a wizard."
Okay.
I mean, he understands how ridiculous this whole situation is, and he's just accepting it.
Yeah, not just right off the bat explaining it. Yep. That's how you do it.
Yeah. But I like Iron Man's new suit. I think that's pretty cool.
I got a love-hate thing with it because the nanotech, the way it works is neat, but visually, there's something missing from this suit.
I think my favorite in terms of look is still the Mark 7 from the first Avengers.
Yeah, it had a heftiness to it, which that's the thing about the nanotech is it's super thin.
Yeah, but it's smart. It's practical.
Some of the things the suit does later, it's just cool that it can work that way.
Oh, and the Hulk is now having performance issues.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Like, so you might have. Was he just scared of Thanos? Is that why he wouldn't come out, or what was the deal?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yes,
because the Hulk has never gotten his ass kicked that hard,
except for by Tony, really.
Yeah, but Tony still had to put in some effort. Thanos
barely tried.
Barely tried.
No, he's probably scared.
So Doctor Strange has the Time Stone, and Tony's like, "Dude, get rid of it. Like, hide it from Thanos. Do something." And he's like, "No, I hold on to this." And and the Black Order is in this movie. Thanos has henchmen.
He does. Ooh, they're referred to as the Children of Thanos, I believe.
I cannot remember any of their names except Ebony Maw.
Yeah, that's always the one I remember too.
Or Squidward, as Tony Stark calls him. I don't think any of them are named.
They do have names. I just never remember what they are. And are they said in the movie? They must.
Thanos calls him the Maw at one point.
And I know his name's Ebony Maw. I know that. I don't know why I know that.
None of them are named. Just that one. Just
the woman is Proxima Midnight.
Colt Obsidian, I think, is one of them.
And then Corvus Glaive.
Yeah, those guys.
There you go.
Vision looks human now.
Yeah, apparently he can do that.
But yeah, so Vision. So here's the thing about Vision. He is. Everyone's trying to protect him in this movie.
Well, he's still just a baby or toddler. Sorry.
That makes Wanda just sound so much worse.
Yeah, him and Wanda are together now. He's like 3 years old.
2 or maybe 3.
I think he's because Age of Ultron was 2015, right?
Yeah, so he's 3. But everyone wants to protect him because he has, the Mind Stone in his head. Yeah. Poor Vision.
Yeah, no, honestly, we talked about this already. As soon as he got that stone in his head, you're like, oh, this can't be good.
No, it can't. Thor runs into the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm very curious what they've been doing for the past 4 years.
Stuff.
It's a big gap for them to
They don't really explain what they've been up to.
Like they don't even want to acknowledge how big of a gap that is for them to just have not been there.
Star-Lord and Gamora are officially a couple now.
Yes. They don't even really talk about it. It's just obvious that in that 4-year gap they stopped playing around.
Well, I mean, she says "I love you" more than
Yes,
anything, and they kiss at least once.
exactly.
And Drax is invisible, apparently.
Yeah, I got that one. That's yeah. That got a lot of follow up jokes after.
How is this dude alive in space? This is not a dude. This, you are a dude. This, man. And then they keep calling Quill fat.
Well, it's okay. I think it was. I don't know. It didn't. It's not necessary. Chris Pratt did gain a little bit of weight between previously and this, so maybe they were just making a joke about it. But it's not. He didn't gain enough that it was a noticeable difference.
Let me tell you, though, this movie is a really big turning point for Rocket in terms of his character, because he's a lot more serious in this movie than he ever has been.
Yeah, that's true. He is.
Well, I think especially once he meets Thor and realizes, oh shit, Thanos. Ooh. Like that, like you mentioned it earlier, the conversation he has with Thor, he doesn't crack a joke once.
No.
Which is weird for Rocket. But even Rocket understands the gravity of the situation. And I think we need to point this out because we haven't yet. This movie is kind of mistitled. It's called Avengers Infinity War. It really should be Thanos Gets Rocks. Because this is really Thanos' movie.
Yeah, and that I think that's why it works so well. Why it's able to use so many characters so effectively. It's because it's Thanos' story.
Like, the Russos have said it. Kevin Feige has said it. The movie shows it. The main character of this movie really is Thanos. And, like, when they go to nowhere and he has the Reality Stone, ooh boy.
Oh, that fake out.
Well, at that point, when she stabbed him in the neck, I was like, okay, so he has the Reality Stone.
Yeah, no, it was obvious that didn't just happen.
So is the Collector dead?
I don't think so, but I don't know if they're going to use him again because he doesn't really have a point anymore.
Considering the whole place is on fire, I want to say Thanos probably killed him.
Thing is, it doesn't matter whether he did or didn't, but I am curious. Oh, right, we didn't even mention everybody can understand Groot now, even Thor.
It's an elective on Asgard.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. He says that. I'm like, was that a joke, though? Because Thor should know all speak.
I am Groot.
He shouldn't have to know Groot when he has all speak.
So, let me ask this. Is Thanos stronger than a dying fucking star? Because if Thor could just tank the power of a dying star, then he's the most broken fucking thing in the universe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
know he gets a wicked sunburn. That's all I know.
I'm gonna say this. With Stormbreaker, I don't think Hela would have stood a chance against Thor.
Maybe not. That thing is pretty powerful.
Well, I mean, if he was able to almost beat Thanos with it, who was way more powerful than Hela.
Yeah, but there's also something you have to realize about Thanos in this movie, which you only really notice in retrospect. He is deliberately not killing anyone.
Well, he does. He just wants the stones.
Yeah. So, no, but like he's going out of his way to do things that don't kill people. Like,
yes,
every single time he makes a move, he could just explode them. Like, okay, for instance, at one point he cubes Drax and like strings Mantis.
But then he lets them get put back together when he leaves.
Exactly. Like that's a thing he can do. And unless that was just an illusion, I don't really know how the Reality Stone works, but I feel like he could have done that.
Well, here's the thing about the Reality Stone and all the Infinity Stones. Thanos can do whatever he wants with them. He owns that power. So he's doing it on purpose.
So like, it's the fact that they're able to get away with so much is because Thanos is not trying to kill them.
Like the battle between the Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Thanos. You got to think, because, Doctor Strange saw 14,605 realities. He says they only win one. So in every other reality, did Thanos just kill them all on that planet?
Yes, and this is where it was going. What I was going to get into at some point was Doctor Strange doing that. It kind of just makes people unable to criticize anything that happens in Infinity War and Endgame, because just like anything that happens that people have a problem with, it's just like, okay, well, it had to happen that way because Doctor Strange said so.
Doctor Strange is the only one that knew that they had to do it this way, otherwise they would never win.
Right. So like the thing that gets criticized a lot is Star-Lord punching Thanos.
So
out of
here's
that.
one. I have two things about that.
Mhm.
One, even if they got the gauntlet off, he was going to beat the shit out of them anyway.
Oh, that's the thing, and that's always my point. But I think that if they did successfully get the gauntlet off, he would have just killed them.
He would be like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm not holding back anymore.
So it got criticized so much, but I'm like, you don't know what was going to happen if they actually got it off, because again, up to that point, Thanos was not trying to kill them.
But again, 14 million realities. There is no way there wasn't one where they got it off and he still killed them.
Exactly.
So unless
I mean,
Doctor Strange gave Thanos the stone, they were all going to die.
I guess the other possibility is in every single reality, Star-Lord does that.
Yeah, but I guess the one thing that could change was Doctor Strange giving him the Time Stone. Because at that point, he has the Soul Stone because he threw Gamora off the cliff.
Yeah, apparently she takes fall damage now.
She does. Oh, Nebula's here.
Yeah.
Should probably mention that.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve reunites with everybody.
Oh, God, check out his beard.
Dude, that beard is something else.
It's a beautiful beard.
And the battle in Wakanda with the bug things. And you mentioned this too, in our Civil War review, where the Captain America and Black Panther running back and forth together scene. It was cooler in Civil War.
It was so much cooler in Civil War. I think it's because the way the shot was framed, they couldn't do the same trick.
But Wanda throwing Proxima Midnight into a drill thing, that was cool. Something I love about the Russo brothers is how much out of the way they go to hide stuff in the trailers.
Oh, yeah.
So in Wakanda, in the shot in the trailer, when they're running, it's Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, it's Hulk Buster.
Well, actually, there's a deleted scene where Bruce was supposed to bust out of the Hulk Buster as Hulk, but they changed their minds.
Yes.
There's another one where Smart Hulk was supposed to show up in this one.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm glad they cut those. But then there's also just little details they changed, like the shot of Steve holding back Thanos is in the trailer, but he only has one stone. Actually, I think he has 2 stones in that trailer, sorry.
And the movie, he has 5.
Yeah.
But no, when he gets to Wakanda and he's just casually nah, fuck you, I don't care, get out of my way. Well, you made a point earlier, and this proves it. He's not trying to kill any of them. He's just trying to get the vision and get the stone.
Yeah, and that scene is when it's the most clear. Like he has 5 stones at that point. He could easily, effortlessly kill any of them, and he doesn't.
Well, even without the stones, he could have effortlessly killed any of them, except maybe Wanda.
Yeah.
But he uses the Time Stone to bring Vision back to life, who dies twice in a minute.
God. Poor Wanda. Poor Vision. I'm pretty sure he only feels it once.
We got to point out, though, on Titan, when Thanos throws the moon down, oh my God, bro, that was crazy. That whole fight scene was nuts.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Oh, and how Tony Stark puts up a better fight against Thanos than the Hulk did.
Dude, he really puts up a fight. And that's what I was saying about this is where the nanotech suit really gets a chance to shine, because Thanos is ripping off pieces of it, and it just reforms where it needs to go.
Oh, and also Thanos, when he beats Tony, he's like, "You have my respect, Stark." So
because he's the only one who gets him to bleed.
Well, Thanos, everything he's doing is wrong.
Yeah. This is where it gets interesting, though, is because, and this is when good villains work, is when they don't think they're the villain, because he does have good intentions. He's just very wrong about it, especially with the way population growth works. I mean, in our lifetime...
He is a very honorable warrior, because if someone bests him, he'll admit it, which we'll get to in Avengers Endgame. He shows Tony Stark respect. He doesn't go out of his way to kill people, at least in fight season. And you're right, he really thinks what he's doing is the best thing possible for the universe. And he really did actually care about Gamora.
Yeah. Oh, actually, there is something interesting he says about Gamora's home planet. He says it's a paradise now, and I don't know if this is a retcon, or he's lying, or he's wrong, but in Guardians 1, it says Gamora is the last of her kind.
I don't know if it's a retcon, or if Gamora just said that to make them feel bad for her.
Yeah, no idea. But it's on a rap sheet. Like when you see her file details, it says that she's the last one. Whatever. I don't know if he's lying, wrong, or it's a retcon.
Thanos could have also just falsified information.
Yeah, no idea. Whatever.
Thanos might know more than the Nova Corps does. Oh, okay, so I mentioned this. There's a really contrived thing in this movie, and I still don't buy it, but it had to work this way, is Stormbreaker could just summon the Bifrost. Okay.
Didn't Nitri say that before making it?
Yeah, he did, but Thor has to get back somehow. So
Yeah,
it just conveniently summoned the Bifrost.
It's also with Heimdall gone and Asgard gone. He needed a way to get around, and that's a good solution. It's cool that Groot is just permanently a part of Thor's weapon, though.
That was cool. I liked that. That was great character development for Groot. So here's where the writers and directors don't agree about something, and I agree with the directors here.
Oh, this is where it starts?
This is the biggest one for me.
Really? Because I think the Endgame one's bigger.
So Stormbreaker, as soon as Thanos gets the last stone, Thor just snipes him with the axe. Just boom, throws the axe at him. Thanos doesn't really have a chance to react. So the writers say that Stormbreaker is just more powerful than the Infinity Gauntlet. I call bullshit on that.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way. I mean, it seems whatever beam that Thanos was throwing at Stormbreaker didn't stop it, but that doesn't necessarily mean Stormbreaker's stronger.
But the directors have said if Thanos wasn't jumped, he probably could have stopped Stormbreaker.
Yeah, probably. Just
Which
not.
I
like
believe.
That.
But doesn't matter because Thanos snap, and the whole movie, we haven't said this yet, he has said he plans to wipe out half of all life in the universe to better help the other half at random. He's not being particular. He's just snapping his fingers and just killing half of all life. And he fucking does it.
Yeah, I knew about that plot point going into this movie, that was a thing that happens. I didn't think they'd actually do it, though.
No, because, Avengers 101, they're going to beat him, right? Right? No. Thanos just wins. And, dude, I don't know about you, because I'm almost 100% positive you saw this in the theater. Everyone was silent during the decimation scene.
Yeah, dead silent.
Because, you see Bucky die, you see Sam die, you see Black Panther die, you see fucking Spider-Man die.
Which actually, I'm sorry, the funniest thing about Spider-Man being one of the characters who disappears is that they had already announced Far From Home at this point.
Yeah, Sony kind of fucked up there. We'll talk more about that when we review Far From Home. But Wanda fades away. Other major characters I'm trying to think of.
Most of the Guardians, except for Rocket, and I guess Nebula's not a Guardian at this point, but they're the only ones left.
Yeah, but dude, when Groot dies and Rocket's like, oh no, oh Rocket. Especially when you find out what Groot actually said to him when he was dying.
Dad.
That fucked me up. The one that got me the most was Spider-Man, because he was crying.
Yeah, actually,
begging Tony. He's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I was like, oh no.
If you notice, he's reacting a bit more viscerally than everybody else. I think his Spidey sense was working.
It was working at the beginning of the movie when the fucking hair on his arm stood up.
Yeah, but no, imagine that, knowing you're dying, can't do anything about it, and your senses are going, hey, something's wrong.
Dude, that was nuts. I'm trying to think who else we saw. Nick Fury and Maria fucking Hill at the end of the movie. Damn, this movie, there are still Marvel jokes in here, but they don't compromise the experience in Ragnarok or Guardians 2.
You don't have everybody disappearing and Cap goes, well, gosh golly darn.
No, so here's the thing. This movie was originally announced as Avengers Infinity War Part 1.
Part 1, Part 2. Yeah, that was going to happen.
So this movie does end on a cliffhanger. Because you really think everyone's just going to die and the Avengers are not going to do anything about it? Really?
Well, if you watch it from Thanos' perspective, that's how the movie ends.
Yeah, but the Avengers aren't going to just sit down and not do anything about that. That'd be crazy.
Yep.
But
and boy, do they do something.
We'll get there. But this movie is fantastic.
Yeah, it really it's not just one of the best comic book movies of all time. It is one of the best movies of all time.
Like, Thanos is just one of the best villains in cinema history. He really is. Anyone who tries to say he's not the best MCU villain, you're just wrong.
Yeah, no, the reason he works is because he thinks he's the good guy.
And considering this movie is from his point of view, the movie wants you to see it that way, which is probably the most fulfilling angle to watch this movie at. Because if you just watch this movie as this guy who's doing what he thinks is the best thing for the universe and the Avengers are just trying to stop him, that's really the right angle.
Yeah, well, despite being so dark from the Avengers perspective, this does end up on a lot of people's top lists. So I think people got it.
Now, at the end of all these Marvel movies, like Iron Man will return, Black Panther will return, Spider-Man will return. No, this says Thanos will return.
if that wasn't obvious enough, who the main character was.
Yeah. But no, this is just... The Russos did a great job with this movie. I think this is much better than Age of Ultron. It's hard to compare to the first Avengers. The first Avengers had the whole, oh my god, it's happening feeling.
Yeah.
Whereas this movie's like, everything's built up to this. Like, you thought everything was building up to the Avengers. No, everything from Iron Man 1 was building up to Avengers Infinity War. And
they did it.
After the fallout from Civil War, the Avengers still haven't united in this movie. So it's like,
nope.
Tony Stark does not interact with Steve Rogers or Thor in this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Doctor Strange also faded away. We didn't mention him.
Yes, that's true. Which he knew was going to happen. That's just crazy.
Doctor Strange knew everything that was going to happen. So, one last thing before we go is, we already knew that another Avengers movie was on the way because it's 2. So, we as the audience were like, okay, well, I got to see the next one now.
Yeah.
If you just watch Infinity War and you're like, well, I don't want to know what happens next. What? This is very clearly a 2-part story.
Having to wait a year for it, though.
That was
brutal.
Hard. That was a long year.
It was. And I'm sorry to say, but what we got in between was a little. I just kept saying, "Can we get the next one now, please?"
Unfortunately, guys, the next review is not the follow-up to this movie, but the filler movies. This is like the Garlic Jr. saga of the Infinity Saga. So we got another doubleheader for you next time, which is Ant-Man the Wasp and Captain Marvel. Oh boy.
Those are the ones. All right. Before we go, I told you I was going to mention this. So remember that IMAX aspect ratio problem I mentioned was a problem throughout a lot of these movies, although I have not been saying it every single time.
I do.
Yeah. With Infinity War and Endgame, it's the worst it's ever been because these movies were 100% IMAX. In fact, Infinity War was the first movie to be 100% IMAX. And the only way to watch it in the full proper aspect ratio is on Disney Plus, and that pisses me off beyond all reason because it's so messed up that every single other version of the movie is missing 25% of the image.
Yeah, this really grinds your gears, huh?
It's so messed up because it doesn't make sense. That, like, okay, it's cutting the aspect ratio on just specific scenes throughout a movie. That's bad. But this is the whole movie for both Infinity War and Endgame. That's not okay.
No, it's not. But I think it bothers you a lot more than it bothers me.
Because the movie's not framed for the aspect ratio that you get on every other version. It's very obviously not framed for that because there's so much stuff that you can see. It's just like there's supposed to be something that you can see there and you just can't.
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure the Russos did not expect their movie to get cropped in all these releases, which actually when it first went up on Disney Plus, it was actually cropped. It wasn't until later that they added the IMAX version.
Oh damn!
So at first, literally every single version was cropped.
Ooh. Well, if that bothers you so much, watch on Disney Plus, I guess, guys.
No,
I don't know what to tell you there.
No, do not. complain until they actually get a proper release. Disney Plus is not a proper release.
Maybe one day, but not this day.
It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, who knows?
Anyways, with that disappointing note, we can go into filler.
Yeah. I feel like the dad who's just gonna pat these two movies on chest, like, oh, good job, guys. Go back to what you were doing.
You guys were there.
Mm-hmm.
One important thing happens in these.
Just one, and I think I know which part you're talking about.
It's kind of like one of the last things that happens. So yeah,
I feel like I'm making these movies sound worse than they actually are.
They're fine, but it's just putting them between Infinity War and Endgame was a mistake. But where else would they have gone?
They had to get something out while we were working on the next Avengers movie. But anyway, guys, forgive my yawning. Thank you so much for listening today. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on Friday. Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's going to be the other way around from how I said it, but you get the point. All right. Take care.